Hi, it's me, Jess. This is my October video update. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what's going on at Street Life and in my life. And I wanted to talk about interns, the interns that we have come stay with us different periods of times. I know I've shared about them before, but we just had 3 interns, and one of them wound up finishing her 7 weeks, and she went home last Friday. She was from Toledo, Ohio. Her name was Sarah, a very sweet girl. And so we have 2 other interns with us, Nicole from New Jersey, who happens to be my cousin, which is awesome, and then a young man named Ryan from Illinois, who's been here since June. So anyway, with the interns, it's really neat because, we have the long-term staff, which is what I am. I'm here open-ended right now, and we have 5 others who are long-term, and then there's David and Robin, who are also, of course, committed here long-term. They're the directors, our leaders. And then we get interns that come and go for different bits of time. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 months, 6 months, a year. And it's exciting, because, they come and they're such a blessing to Street Life. We have extra hands to help around the house and help with the different jobs that we do at the office. And then there's the having more people out on the streets, which is something we're constantly praying for and want, because our team is much smaller than the amount of people we encounter on the streets every week. And we also get to see what God does in them while they're here, because there's a lot of discipleship here. We have intentional video teaching times with them, and they are in the prayer watches with us, which is worship and prayer times. So there's a lot of getting saturated in growing in your walk with God that happens here. And it is really incredible to see the growth in an intern. I mean, I love seeing that in teams, and I've mentioned that before, to see what happens in a week in one person's life that comes. But then when they're here for a longer period of time, we get to see more things imparted to them and more things that they catch. And this young lady, Sarah, who was just here with us, she really caught more of a vision and heart for her hometown, Toledo, Ohio, and it was really awesome. At the end of her time, she felt really sure that she was supposed to go back home, because in the beginning she was kind of wondering, the Lord had her here for these 2 months, and she's like, God, what are you going to be doing? Do you want me here longer? And she really felt like for now, he was training her up and wanting to equip her to go back home and implement some of the things that she learned here in her hometown. And she does work with her youth ministry back home. So I'm excited to see the fruit that's going to come out, because I know that the Lord did a lot of specific things in her while she was here. So it's really exciting and a blessing. So I'm thankful for the interns. We pray for them, and we do hope that comes out of the teams that come here. And that was what happened in Sarah's case. She had come when she was 16, which was, I think it was in 2006 or 7. So I believe I was on staff at the time. And then here 7 years later, we haven't heard from her or anything, but she remembered Street Life, and God laid it in her heart to come and give a couple of months of her life to missions work. So she wound up quitting her job and coming, and she did have another job lined up for when she got home. But it was really, really neat that she dedicated those 2 months to God's purposes and to learn and see what he had in store for her. So I'm very thankful for that. And with another intern that's here, Ryan, he's from Illinois, and that has been a real blessing to our team. He's a very gifted musician, which was something else we've prayed for a long time, for our worship times here. And he actually went to school for bass performance. And he has been offering some of our staff members free music lessons, which is incredible. I picked up piano while I was here about 5 years ago is when I first started learning, and it's been a slow learning process for me. But as the need arose, we just needed more musicians over time. People had left that had done worship more consistently here, so I wound up playing on the worship team here, which I never, pictured myself doing. It was definitely a new thing, and I was pretty hesitant and resisting that in the beginning, I just didn't feel like it was a part of me, but it has become a huge part. And it's, just cool to see for my own personal worship times how much it enhances when I can play an instrument myself and just sing out to God. And then when we're in the corporate setting, it's been a blessing playing with David and other musicians that have come through here. But I was asking the Lord the last couple of years for real lessons, because I never took formal lessons of any form, and I could definitely use them. So having Ryan come here, it's been a special like present from God to have these free lessons. So, and I think our other staff feel that way too. It's just like, it's a really big deal. So I'm very, very thankful for that. It's cool to see God, he's answering prayers for people's lives on the streets and providing for needs in different ways, but he also cares about little things that we ask him and care for. So he gives good gifts. He's a good father. I'm very thankful for that. And then the last thing I wanted to share is that we have a team coming next week from Ohio, a high school team. They'll be here, so I'd love your prayers for that, just that their lives get touched while they're here and that they're a blessing on the streets. So that's it. Thank you so much for your prayers, your support. I am very blessed to have you all as my team and love to hear from you, so feel free to shoot me an email or a Facebook message. God bless. Bye.